With three more identities, we'll be going for the end of indefinite integral. So these three identities are integral. Let me change the color. First identity is integral under root a square plus x square dx. Integral under root a square plus x square dx equals to x by 2 under root a square plus x square plus a square by 2 log mod x plus under root x square plus a square plus c. This is the first identity. Second identity will be, I'm changing the color so that it must be easily distinguishable. Integral under root x square minus a square dx will be equals to x by 2 under root x square minus a square plus a square by 2 minus a square by 2 log mod x plus under root x square minus a square plus c. Third identity, integral under root a square minus x square dx. It will be equals to x by 2 under root a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sine inverse x upon a plus c. In these three identities, the most commonly used identity will be this. This will be used maximum times in the upcoming questions. So I suppose we will be able to do these all the identities. Must learn as fast as you are able to learn these identities, it will be better. Must keep in mind now completing the square method 1 questions are deleted from the syllabus, so that things won't come in the examination. Now first question we are going to do is under root 25 minus 36 x square integral dx. So what it is exactly? I could take 36 common. When 36 I am taking common, it will become 6 integral under root 5 by 6 to whole square minus x square dx. Hope we are able to see it is integral under root a square minus x square dx. So it will be 6 times. First of all, the step says it is x by 2. X is x itself by 2. Under root a square minus x square. So 5 by 6 to whole square minus x square plus a square means 5 by 6 to whole square. A square by 2 sine inverse x upon a. X upon a is 5 by 6 plus c. So it becomes the final answer. Let us simplify it into the best way. 3x under root 25 minus 36 x square upon 36. After the root, it will become 6 plus 25 by 36 double 72 sine inverse 6x upon 5 plus 6x. 6c will be c only. More simplification if you want to do, I don't have any problem. But you can leave before also. One step back also you can leave. That is not a big deal. Answer is right. It depends on your time. Means when you are writing your board examination, if you have got time, you should simplify it. Otherwise, if you don't have time, need not to go beyond the things that's not creating any big difference. Then we are going for the next question. Now we are able to understand at least that simple such questions are going to come. Now, the purpose of teaching you these identities was to solve a question. Now we are going to solve in by part one question. So I'm going towards that question. X sine inverse x dx. Now, which must be taken as the first function? I suppose sine inverse x will be better to take as the first function. So it will be sine inverse x into integral of x dx minus integral ddx of sine inverse x into integral of x dx 2 dx. Means with respect to x we need to integrate it. So it will become sine inverse x into x will become x square by 2 minus sine inverse x will be 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Then x ka integral will be x square by 2 dx. So it becomes x square sine inverse x by 2 plus 1 by 2. It's minus and I'm writing it plus because I want to write x square with negative sign upon under root 1 plus, sorry, 1 minus x square dx. Now try to understand. I am adding 1 and subtracting 1. Now these two terms I want to take together and this will be the separate. So it will become x square sine inverse x by 2 plus 1 by 2 integral 1 minus x square upon under root 1 minus x square dx minus 1 by 2 integral 1 upon under root 1 minus x square dx. So x square sine inverse x by 2 I have to write, plus 1 by 2 integral under root 1 minus x square dx, minus 1 by 2 integral 1 upon under root 1 minus x square dx. Now see, the purpose of teaching this identity is here. So it becomes x square by 2 sine inverse x plus 1 by 2 under root a square minus x square, x by 2 under root a square minus x square plus a square by 2 means 1 square by 2 sine inverse x upon a minus 1 by 2, 1 upon under root 1 minus x square is sine inverse x plus c. So this will be the final answer. You can open the bracket over here also. So similar question is x cos inverse x. So in that case also you have to do the question like this. So these are some of the good and important questions. Now one more question I have to do. So I'm reaching towards that question. Exactly, I don't have NCERT right now, so I need to find the question from some other book, and that takes time. It's integral e to the power x into sine x dx. We can say it is equals to I. Integral symbol I is, we need to find the integration of the function. There are three terms we are using: integral, integration, integrate. Integrate is the command, integration is the process, and integral is the chapter. What must be taken as the first function? I let you, we know it very well. So as per the I let you, we remember sine x must be the first function. Now see, first function sine x integral of e to power x dx minus integral d dx of first function sine x का differentiation will be cos x into integral of e to power x will be e to power x dx. So it becomes sine x e to the power x minus, now again we need to apply integral with this. I am changing the color. First function will be cos x integral of e to power x dx minus integral d dx of cos x into integral of e to power x dx to whole dx. So it becomes, now coming back to the red color, sine x into e to the power x minus cos x e to power x integral will be e to power x minus into minus plus integral differentiation of cos x will be minus sine x. Then e to power x integral will be e to power x dx. One more step I'm writing, then we'll see. In these two terms e to power x is common, so it is sin x minus cos x minus integral e to power x I'm writing first into sin x dx. Just try to see, this only was the question. So I could write it also I. So I is equals to e to power x sin x minus cos x minus I. Now I'm taking I on the other side. 2I is equals to e to power x sin x minus cos x plus c. Divide by 2 on both the sides. We'll be getting the final answer. So the integral of e to the power x into sin x with respect to x will be e to power x by 2 sin x minus cos x plus c. It's a very good and important question, because in this, after doing the integration, again we need to do the integral. So that time, number of times some of the student gets confusion and they stop doing and they feel that they have made some mistake. That's why again and again I need to do the integration. So please keep in mind, it happens. There are few questions with e to power x into something, in that we need to go further integration also. But after 1 or 2 steps, it's changing to I. Question turns to the integral, means the original question. So we need to wait till the time, but for that we need to do practice also for the thing. Then only we will be able to do these questions. One more question for the revision sake only, e to power x. Now today I'm completing, wherever I'll stop, that will be the syllabus for first term. Means after this, we are going to start the revision only. Today also I'll send you some of the things of the revision. It becomes e to power x fx, and it will be f dash x. So we have the identity e to power x fx plus f dash x dx will be equals to e to power x fx plus c. So the integral of this will be e to power x into fx, that is 1 upon x square plus c will be the answer. So like this way we could do these questions. This was also the part of the previous class, but still I thought one more question we must do on the basis of the above thing. Now one more we are going to do. This is integral x square under t 3x square dx will be equals to dt. So it will be integral under root a to power 6 plus t square dt by 3. So 1 by 3 integral under root a cube to whole square plus t square dt. So under root a square plus x square, under root a square plus x square identity we need to apply. So it will be 1 by 3 x by 2, that is t by 2 under root a square plus x square a6 plus t square plus a square by 2 means a cube to whole square by 2 log mod x, x means t, plus under root a square plus x square means a to power 6 plus t square plus c. Now we need to put the value of t. Then only answer will be coming. So it is the question. It's good and important also. So in this manner, you will be able to do these questions. Now after this, put on your cameras. One more question. X square minus 9. Integral under root x square minus 9 we need to find. So it will be, we need to use the identity. First of all, we can write it under root x square minus 3 square dx. Under root x square minus a square. Under root x square minus a square identity we need to apply over here. And this identity is integral under root x square minus a square, sorry, a square dx will be equals to x by 2 under root x square minus a square by 2 log mod x plus under root x square minus a square plus c. It is the question based on the topic, means 3 formulas today I have given you introduction. It is the third formula based question. So it will be x by 2 under root x square minus 3 square minus a square by 2, 3 square by 2 log mod x plus under root x square minus 3 square plus c will be the answer. If you want to convert it into best way, x by 2 under root x square minus 9 by 2 log mod x plus under root x square minus 9 plus c. This will be the final answer of the question. So we are able to do this kind of questions. I've told you already that the questions will be coming direct. Don't feel that the questions will be coming in which we need not to use identity or identity with the completing the square method. So that questions won't be coming this time because such things are not the part of the syllabus. So don't feel very tough questions will be coming in these type of questions. But yes, direct formula based questions in this will be coming in the upcoming board examinations. Now we are going for the things. Hope you remember the first chapter. It was relations and functions, and in that we have done some of the questions like relations, reflexive relation, symmetric relation, and transitive relation. So what was reflexive relation? What was reflexive relation? Like we are thinking about a set A. This contains A, B, C. And the relation R is A to A, means domain and range both will be from set A. Now if A comma A belongs to the relation, if AA belongs to relation, then relation is reflexive for every A belongs to set A. For reflexive relation, every AA must belong to relation, means for this set AA, BB and CC must be present in the relation, then only it will be reflexive. If in case AA is belonging to the relation, BB is belonging to the relation, then it is not reflexive. Means every element AA, BB, CC must be there in the relation. Then only the relation is said to be the reflexive relation. For symmetric relation, if AB belongs to the relation, if AB belongs to the relation, then BA must also belong to the relation. If AB belongs to the relation, then BA must also belong to the relation. Then only relation will be symmetric. Now, we need to go for the transitive relation. Transitive relation is if AB belongs to the relation, BC belongs to the relation, that implies AC must also belong to the relation. If it is AB belongs to the relation, BC belongs to the relation, then AC must also belong to the relation. Then only the relation is said as transitive. So we have got idea of chapter 1. That what is reflexive relation, symmetric relation, and transitive relation. So this was just for the revision of the first exercise. You have to do some of the questions. We are going to discuss about your doubts also in the coming days. So reflexive, symmetric, and transitive relation we are knowing now. Then next thing is 1-1 and onto relation. For 1-1 relation, each pre-image must have only and only one image. 1 A, 2 B, 3 C, 4 D. If it is like this, then it is 1-1 relation. We are able to see nothing is free in this range 1 set, image set. That indicates it is onto also. So relation is 1-1 as well as onto. 1-1 relation is also known as injective relation. 1-1 relation is also known as injective relation. Onto relation is known as surjective relation. And if a relation is 1-1 as well as onto, then it is said as bijective. If fx1 equals to fx2, that implies x1 equals to x2, then only function is said to be 1-1. If fx1 is equals to fx2 and x1 is equals to x2, then it is said as 1-1 relation. Then it is said as 1-1 relation. So I suppose these things are very clear. I'll send you some of the things based on it, so that you must be able to revise this also. So now we have got idea that our syllabus for the first term will be first book fully, and second book will be coming with indefinite integral only. Hope you all are practicing and revising these topics. Tanuja, you can stop recording.